Republican Representative Madison Cawthorn was recently stopped by a state trooper who determined that Cawthorn was driving on a suspended license. And now, coming up in May, Cawthorn has a court appearance where it will be determined whether or not he's going to be prosecuted for driving without a license, by the way, for a second time. And this particular crime in the state of North Carolina is a Class 3 misdemeanor that carries a penalty of up to 20 days in jail. So there's a lot of backstory here, and I think it should start with this, that apparently nobody knows because North Carolina does not have the same kind of open records laws that we have down here in Florida, which of course, by the way, is why you get all those Florida man stories, because we've got open records. In North Carolina, they don't have to reveal anything about arrests and things like that. So we do not actually know, media outlets do not know, I searched forever trying to find it, why Cawthorn's license was suspended in the first place. We do, however, know that within the last 6 months, he has been stopped for speeding twice. Here it is. One time in October, he was pulled over for driving 89 miles per hour in a 65 mile per hour zone. Another one earlier this year, he was driving 87 miles per hour in a 70 mile per hour zone. It has not been revealed why he was pulled over this time, but again, trooper got his license, ran it, and said, hey, your license is suspended. That's illegal. You can't do this. Now, all the way back in 2017, Cawthorn was also pulled over, and at the time, his license was suspended or revoked, and they were going to charge him then. However, they decided to dismiss it. So again, this is the second time that Cawthorn has been pulled over for driving on a suspended license. He's got those 2 massive speeding tickets where he has a court date actually coming up in April for one of those. And then in May, he's going to go about the second driving without a license thing and could end up spending 20 days in jail. For those who are unfamiliar with Madison Cawthorn's history, because I didn't know it till, after he had been elected, Cawthorn was paralyzed in a car accident in the state of Florida in 2014. His friend was driving. He fell asleep at the wheel. Cawthorn was sleeping in the passenger seat. Big accident, Cawthorn was paralyzed. But having said that, wouldn't you think that somebody who had their life permanently changed, their entire life, livelihood, future upended because of a car accident, wouldn't you think that logic would dictate maybe you would be a little bit more careful behind the wheel and not drive 89 miles per hour in a 65 mile per hour zone, 24 miles per hour over the speed limit? Wouldn't you think maybe driving on a suspended license would be something stupid, especially considering you'd already been popped for it once before? But see, therein lies the problem. He didn't face any penalty for doing it the first time. He wasn't even, a member of Congress. He was just some little nobody kid driving on a suspended license, and they thought, probably had some sympathy for him, not gonna lie, that happens. Said, let's not do this. And because he didn't face consequences, he decided, I'm above the law. Maybe I can just get away with it all the time. That is why I think the judge should impose the maximum penalty. This is not the first time he's done it. He clearly has a history of moving violations. He needs to face some kind of serious consequence as a result of this. And it's not just because I don't like Madison Cawthorn. This is about other people's safety even more than it's about his own. Going 24 miles per hour over the speed limit is deadly in the United States. It's deadly anywhere. But people kill other people doing that all the time in this country. Every day, actually. Driving on a suspended license? That's clearly breaking the law. They have laws about that for a reason. So if he gets in front of a conservative judge, I'm willing to bet nothing happens. But if he goes in front of somebody who's actually just looking at the facts of the case, ignoring the fact that he is a sitting lawmaker, that he's a polarizing figure, just what's in front of them, I don't see how any normal, rational judge could look at this and let him off the hook. For the safety of everybody on those roads in North Carolina and anywhere else Madison Cawthorn may travel, the man needs to go cool down with a nice little 20-day stint in county jail. Hey everyone, this is Aspen. And did you know that for the low cost of $0 per day, you can subscribe to the Fair and Balanced YouTube channel? We also encourage you to like, comment, and share, but again, click that subscribe button and help Aspen not be so grumpy.